the sun did not fall quietly that day. It bled. It bled across the horizon in streaks of molten crimson and dying gold, as if the sky itself had been torn open. And in that wound of fire, he stirred. Atum. The first, the last, the self-created. Before the pyramids clawed at the heavens, before the Nile carved its silver serpent across the land, before even the gods knew their names, there was only the dark water of noon. Endless, silent, watching. From that infinite abyss, something awakened. Atum did not emerge with thunder, he did not rise with fanfare. He simply willed himself into being. No mother, no father, no maker. A thought in the dark that refused to fade. And so he stood upon the first mound of earth to pierce the waters, a lonely island in an ocean of nothing. The air did not yet exist, time had not yet begun its march. There was only him and the oppressive silence of the void. Imagine it. To be utterly alone. To know that if creation were to exist, it would be born from your own essence. That is the burden of a creator. Atum looked into the blackness of noon, and noon looked back. There are whispers in forgotten papyri that say he hesitated. Because to create is to divide oneself, and to divide oneself is to diminish. That Atum was power without equal. He brought forth Shu, the air, with a breath that cut through eternity. He brought forth Tefnut, the moisture, from the heat of his own divine force. From them came Geb, the earth, and Nut, the sky. And the world began to take shape. Yet every creation pulled something from him. A fragment. A flicker. A piece of infinity surrendered. The sun rose each day because of his will. It crossed the sky in blazing triumph. But as it descended, as it neared the horizon, something changed. The light grew softer. Heavier. As though the sun carried secrets too vast for mortal eyes. For Atum was not only the dawn, he was the setting sun. And the setting sun is not a symbol of hope, it is a reminder. Every day must die. Each evening, as Ra's brilliant fury dimmed into Atum's solemn glow, the god prepared for his most dangerous journey. Beneath the horizon lay Duat, the underworld, a labyrinth of shadows and serpents, a realm where the sun itself could be devoured. Mortals believed sunset was peace. They were wrong. Sunset was war. When the disk of light touched the edge of the world, Atum transformed. The radiant creator became an ancient, terrible force. His bark descended into darkness, sailing the river beneath the earth. There, in the suffocating black, waited Apophis, the serpent of chaos, eternal enemy, a coil of living void that sought to unmake all that Atum had built. Every night, Apophis rose from the abyss, jaws wide enough to swallow creation whole. Stars trembled, the Duat shook. And every night, Atum faced him. Not as a young god blazing with the arrogance of beginnings, but as an old god, heavy with endings. Their battle was not seen by human eyes. But sometimes, when the sky burned red beyond reason, when the wind howled like a dying beast, when eclipses swallowed the sun in sudden terror, that was Apophis striking, and Atum answering. There are forbidden texts that priests dared not read aloud. They speak of a deeper truth. They say Atum knew chaos could never be destroyed, because chaos was older than him, older than the mound of earth, older even than the idea of light. To destroy Apophis would unravel the tension that held existence together. Order needs chaos, light needs shadow, creation requires the threat of destruction. So each night, Atum did not kill the serpent. He wounded it. He subdued it. He pushed it back into the churning abyss. And in doing so, he allowed the world to rise again with the dawn. But the cost was eternal. Each sunset drained him further. Each descent into Duat carved lines of age into his divine spirit. He became the god of completion, of endings, of the final breath. When kings died, they did not pray to the rising sun. They prayed to Atum at dusk, because he understood what it meant to fade, to dissolve, to return to the waters of noon. Some say that when the final sunset comes, when the last human draws their final breath, Atum will not fight Apophis. He will not board the solar bark. He will stand alone on the horizon, watching the sky bleed one final time. And he will remember. Remember the first mound rising from darkness. Remember the first breath of air. Remember the first spark of light. Then he will release his hold on creation. And like a great inhale reversed, the world will collapse back into noon. The stars will extinguish. The earth will sink. The sky will fall. And Atum, the self-created, will stand once more in the endless waters, alone, as he was in the beginning. Because he is not merely the god of the setting sun. He is the certainty that all things return to where they began. And every time the sky turns crimson at dusk, every time shadows stretch like reaching hands, every time the sun slips beneath the earth, that is not just an ending, it is a warning. Creation survives only because something ancient chooses, again and again, to fight the dark. But even creators grow weary, and one day, the sun may bleed, and never rise again.